right, I think we'll get started. Thank you, everyone. Good evening. We're happy that you're able to join us tonight to learn about our CAA Member Appreciation Hawaiian Island Cruise. That's on March 28th to April 10th of 2022 with Norwegian Cruise Lines. To begin with, I would like to introduce you to CAA Niagara's Vice President of Member Engagement, Marianne Wilson, who will be hosting you on this cruise. Welcome, Marianne.
Thank you, Lois. Hello, everyone. I'm very excited about this cruise. And in fact, about 10 years ago, this was the very first cruise that my husband and I went on. Since then, we've been on several other cruises, all with Norwegian, but certainly a special place in our hearts for our first cruise, and looking forward to taking some of the learnings that we've had over the past 5 or 6 cruises onto our second time on the Pride of America. So looking forward to hopefully seeing and meeting many of you on the cruise next year.
Thank you, Marianne. Now to present our group cruise to you is Katie Kenya, Regional Sales and Marketing Manager with Norwegian Cruise Lines. Welcome, Katie.
Hi, everybody. Just wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch our presentation in conjunction with CAA to learn about their hosted Member Appreciation Cruise. My name is Katie Kenya, and I am the Regional Sales and Marketing Representative for NCL, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about this amazing opportunity with CAA. So they have actually put together a really fabulous curated land and cruise package for you. It's 13 nights, it's easy pace, and it's going to be hosted by Marianne on March 28th of 2022. And I know that feels far away right now, but really the time to be looking at travel for next year is right now, because there is such a big market segment of people who are looking to travel in the next little while, that it is going to come up before you know it, and supply and demand is really going to drive availability and those opportunities for you to get away in such a meaningful way. So I am lucky enough to work for NCL, and what I'm going to be talking to you today about is the cruise component of this entire package that they've put together for you. Now, if you've never cruised with Norwegian Cruise Line before, or you're new to cruise and you're wondering what it's all about, well, NCL is a little bit different from our competitors. We are big on being able to cruise your way, and we have 3 pillars we kind of exemplify. We exemplify choice, service, and experience. So those people who have cruised before, you might have been familiar with the concept of having to pick your dinner time 6 to 8 months before you go. Typically on cruise lines, dinner has 2 seatings, 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and then the rest of your day kind of gets planned around that. Well, you know, we thought it was a little bit silly to be pigeonholing everybody into when they can eat, so we got rid of that concept. And what we've done instead is we've gone to no fixed dining time. We also don't have a dress code. You can be as dressy or as casual as you'd like to make your vacation exactly what you want. Now, on an NCL ship, we have a number of complimentary and specialty and complimentary options for you to dine. In fact, each ship has up to 22 different dining and bar options for you to enjoy, which is a huge number. And you know, this concept of freestyle goes so much farther than just our dining. It's really about being able to curate your vacation to be what you want. So if you want chicken wings at 2 a.m., we have room service that can accommodate it. If you want to stay in port just a little bit longer, know that you don't even have to worry about being able to get an amazing seat at a restaurant when you come back, because we have that option for you to enjoy. Now, I'm the kind of gal who thinks with my stomach, so I am going to talk about food a little bit longer. When you're cruising with NCL, we're going to have a selection of main dining rooms, anything from Taste and Savor, the Local, the Manhattan Room, Garden Cafe, the Great Outdoors, and this is going to be a variety of different eating styles. It's everything from casual buffets to 24-hour eateries to even room service. So many different options for you there. And then if you want to do something a little bit more elevated, you can also partake in our specialty dining program. So specialty dining are restaurant experiences that we have curated to absolutely blow your mind. We have a huge variety of them on board. We have Cagney's Steakhouse, where you can have a T-bone steak as big as your arm, the Bistro for wonderful rack of lamb, Los Lobos for guacamole that will knock your socks off, and more. With Norwegian and us giving the flexibility to you to choose how and where you want to dine, know that we're also really being purposeful about the food we offer in each restaurant. Each restaurant has their own kitchen attached to it, so you know that food is going to be hot, fresh, and authentic. Now, I can talk about food all day, but let's talk about some of the activities we have on board Norwegian as well. On our 17-fleet ship, you will find anything from our casino, the Mandara Spa and Salon, complete with thermal suites and ice room, and those extra special experiences like pedicures, manicures, you name it, we have it. We have tons of shopping, unique bars and lounges, adult-only areas, and of course, we're very child-inclusive as well. And we do have kid areas for them and an amazing kids club as well. Many of our ships feature the waterfront. Some of our larger ships even have a racetrack on the back, so you can enjoy go-karts at sea. There's a huge variety. Now, I mentioned casually that we actually have 17 ships in the Norwegian fleet, and they're all a little bit different, but what is important to know about them is that the experience is consistent. Today, I am going to talk to you about one particular ship, though, because she sails a very special itinerary, and it's the one that you guys are, of course, going to be most concerned with. That is the Pride of America. The Pride of America is a special ship to NCL because she never leaves Hawaiian waters. And over time, we've created this absolutely outstanding itinerary in Hawaii that I think is the best way to see Hawaii, hands down. Because only Norwegian Cruise Line is going to visit 4 of the Hawaiian Islands in 7 nights with overnight stops in Maui and Kauai. You actually get 2 days in Maui. Norwegian has also been sailing this itinerary every single Saturday from Honolulu for years. And what that means is that we have been voted the best experience in Hawaii, the best itinerary by Porthole Cruise Magazine out of every major cruise line, because we know what we're doing there and we know how to bring you guys a really fabulous time. Now, some things we do have those showstopper experiences. Yes, you're going to see the lava on the Big Island, but the one thing that people don't always realize they're going to see is that they are going to cruise along the Nepali Coast, which is this super dramatic backdrop that you can see here. Now, typically with the Nepali Coast, you can see you don't see any houses, you don't see any small villages there. And what that means is that typically you can only really see it from the land, from the water, or from the air. So you either need to be in a plane or on a cruise ship. With Norwegian, it's included. It doesn't matter which side of the ship you're staying on either, because the ship actually cruises back and forth in front of the Nepali Coast. So you can sit in your balcony stateroom and enjoy this very special view. I mentioned you're going to see 4 of the islands in 7 nights. Now that's a pretty jam-packed itinerary for those of you who haven't cruised before. But what's so nice about Hawaii is that all the islands are so close together, which really lets us maximize your time in port. So the itinerary with Norwegian will start in Honolulu on Oahu, and you're going to cruise over to Maui. With Maui, you're going to have 2 nights here, so you will be able to get off and on the ship at your leisure. I really want you to think of the ship as a floating hotel that takes you between the islands, because you will be able to be spending over 100 hours in port. When you go over to the Big Island, you are going to see both Hilo and Kona before cruising the Nepali Coast and going to Kauai and finally back to Honolulu. We could talk about what there is to do in Hawaii all day, but I know the single thing we all want to do most after being in our homes for 15 months is to experience this view, this ocean, and this beach. And this is the way to get started when we depart from Honolulu on day 1. On day 2, you're going to go over to Maui, and yes, it's a wonderful city to explore, but we also have some awesome snorkeling, diving, and catamaran tours that you can sign up for to hop off the island, or just explore at your leisure and make the most of it. Hilo is unexpectedly green with amazing waterfall tours. You can go trekking. And of course, then Kona, everything gets a little bit more manicured. It's actually a paradise for golfers. If you are a fan of swinging off golf club, we can certainly look into arranging that for you as well. In Kauai, you're going to want to attend some of the more traditional gatherings like a luau before going to explore the natural wonders of Kauai as well and immersing yourself in the nature that you have flown so far to see. How outstanding would this look? Everyone I talk to actually says Kauai is their favorite of the islands because it is the most unexpected and diverse in what it has to offer. Now, when you're on board the Pride of America, I know I said it's like you're floating hotel, so let's get to know it a little bit better. You're going to have that same great complimentary dining experience that I mentioned at a variety of our restaurants, which you can see here, both indoor and outdoor, which I absolutely love. And you can see we've really tried to theme it. So you're not going to have any massive dining rooms where you're eating with 500 of your closest friends. We want you to feel like you are eating in a distinct restaurant every single night. Now, not only do we have great dining, but we also have a number of bars and restaurants. And you'll see on these slides as well at the top, it says the Pride of America refurbishment. What's important about that is know that we are committed to keeping our fleet up to date. Even though the Pride of America is a little bit of an older ship, her last full refurbishment was in 2016 from bow to stern. And we've done several updates on board her during the pandemic as well. So the ship is going to look fresh and ready to welcome you. My favorite spot on board the Pride of America, of course, would be our pool deck, grabbing a seat in one of these sun loungers in the morning and being able to curl up here with a good book before heading out to explore. I love, love, love drinking my coffee up on our pool deck. In terms of accommodation, we have a couple different options for you to consider as you're thinking about how you want to stay with Norwegian. By far our most popular category in Hawaii, simply because there's so much to see, is our balcony stateroom. We have a ton of these on board and they actually span multiple decks. I think they're on 7 different decks. You can be as high or low on the ship as you want. You can be midship, at the aft, or at the fore of the ship as well. They're a nice generous size as well. They're about 233 square feet, including your balcony space, which is private, of course. You have a full closet, you've got your private bathroom, a nice queen size bed, and a small seating area and desk as well. Now, if you don't feel like you're going to be spending that much time in your stateroom, that's no problem. You might not need that balcony. Consider our ocean view staterooms. They still have a large picture window, so you're getting tons of natural light, but they have a great seating area. They have the same size bed. They're a little bit taller at about 150 square feet. Again, very, very popular, and we have about 150 of these on board. These tend to go quickly because Hawaii is such a port-intensive itinerary that people want to scoop them up. So you can see right here, the layout is very, very similar. Finally, we have our inside staterooms, which is the best option if you think you're not going to be in your stateroom very often, you're new to cruise, and perhaps you just want a more economical option. They can sleep up to 4 as well, which is nice, although I do prefer them for 2 guests at a time because they're a little bit smaller at about 140 square feet. Now, I am going to pass the baton over to our lovely CAA team who are going to talk to you about the land components of this Hawaiian cruise and what it's going to look like getting there the couple days before the trip, and then getting on board the Pride of America to see these islands in the best way possible. Hawaii is such a unique destination, and it's far enough for us all that it makes sense to go and see much as you can. And I think this is absolutely the best way to do it. Space is limited, I do know that. And so if you are thinking for next year, this is one of our most popular itineraries by far. Secure your space now, and we can see how the world evolves, because this is certainly a trip I don't want you to miss. Thank you guys so, so much for having me. For those of you who are listening live last night, apologies again for the audio issues, and I hope that we get to see you on board Norwegian soon.
All right, is everybody being able to see my screen? Can someone just let me know?
Yes, Lois,
Yeah.
I can see the screen of 10
Okay.
years ago when Mike and I went on our very first cruise. So we'll see if I can do some of the same things as I did last time, like trying surfing.
Thanks, Marianne. Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I do apologize for that little inconvenience there. And thank you so much, Katie, for re-recording and sending it to us. And we will make sure that everyone receives the updated recording. So now I would like to speak to you about the land portion. So what we've done is we've taken the Norwegian cruise, the Hawaiian cruise, and we've packaged it together like we've done with other other tours that we have. Here is a picture of Marianne traveling way back in just 2011. She's in the blue dress there with her shell lay there, and a lovely photo there. So to begin with, we are going to be flying with Air Canada. So our packages always include all the inclusions. So you would be leaving from our office here in Thorold, and we would transfer you to Toronto Airport. We are flying with Air Canada on the 28th of March. At the moment, that flight is a nonstop flight from Toronto to Honolulu. It is about 10 hours in length. When we return, we will actually leave Honolulu on the evening of April the 9th, and we will change planes in Vancouver and arrive in Toronto the following day in the afternoon. Because we're booking so far in advance, sometimes schedule changes can happen, possibly come back on a nonstop flight, maybe go with a flight through Vancouver. It doesn't matter. We'll take care of all the details for you. However, if you would like to purchase the package without flight, just let us know because we can take that cost off. Sometimes people have Aeroplan points or they're continuing onto another vacation after ours. So we can definitely work with you on that one. So in Honolulu, we're staying at the Waukee Beachcomber Hotel. You can see it right here. The first two floors are your open air type lobby. Here on this picture on the bottom right, you can see the outline of it and how close you are to Waukee Beach. So basically it's crossing the street, going through this pathway, and you're on Waukee Beach. Waukee Beach is a public beach. It's not owned by anyone. So once you arrive there, you'll be able to have full access to the beach. And up here, you can see our a beautiful room. The hotel has been remodeled. Our rooms are ocean view, so you'll be able to enjoy the beautiful Waukee Beach and surrounding area. At this hotel, there will be wireless high-speed internet access. All rooms have coffee and tea available. Beach towels are available for you to take across to the beach. They have local and international phone calls up to 60 minutes a day. There's yoga classes you can attend, a fitness center. They even have Chromecast on their TV if you wanted to watch something from your iPad on the TV. So it is a hotel that we've used and people have really enjoyed its location. While you're there, you'll be doing different types of touring. So one day will be a city tour, which will include Diamond Head. You can see here in the bottom left-hand corner, that's an iconic picture of Honolulu. You always know when you see this picture that you're looking at Honolulu and Hawaii. It is a volcanic cone. It's part of the skyline, and you do visit it while on our tour. The top right is the Ailani Palace, which is the royal residence of the rulers of the Kingdom of Hawaii under the Kamehameha dynasty. And there'll be other things you'll see on the tour as well. One day you'll be visiting the Polynesian Culture Center. Here are some photos from that. It is a cultural theme park and living museum located near the north shore of the island. You explore the rich heritage of 6 Pacific cultures on 62 acres of tropical splendor. And while you're here, you will enjoy lunch as well. One day you'll be visiting Pearl Harbor and the USS Arizona Memorial. You'll see on the flyer, it says availability pending, and that is just because you cannot book tickets to this until 2 months prior. However, we have quite a few days there that we can work with, and we've always been able to get tickets. There are 5 historical sites honoring the events that occurred at the National Historical Landmark on December the 7th, 1941, and it just tells the story of what happened on that day. One evening we'll be going out to Paradise Cove, or you'll be going out to Paradise Cove, which is on the west side of the island. You'll enjoy an unforgettable evening of fun activities, delicious island cuisine, spectacular entertainment, and best of all, you'll be able to enjoy a gorgeous sunset. You'll also enjoy a Oahu North Shore tour. This is a tour right around the island. It gives you the opportunity to see the beauty of this island, because when you're in Honolulu, it's quite a large city with a beach, and it's very, very cosmopolitan. But once you go outside of that area, you really do get to see that this island does have a lot of beauty. And by doing this North Shore, you'll be able to see that. Also up there, it's known for its big waves. They have 7 miles of premier surfing waters, and you'll be able to see that when you're touring. Stop will be made at the Dole Plantation. It originally was a fruit stand back in the 1950s. When Dole opened it up to the public in 1989, it was for a pineapple experience. So there's lots of history there. It is a stop that's included in this tour. Now, these are information pieces that we have. The Go Hawaii Tourist Office does have this available, and we have it available here too, that we can either email to you or print to you. It actually gives you a lot of information on the islands that you'll be visiting. On the back side of this is general interest places. It tells you about the island, so then you can pick and choose what you would like to do once you visit all these islands. This is our flyer with the pricing and what's included. So I just want to recap with you that the date is March 28th to April the 10th. Like I said, it includes the round trip airport transfers from our CAA office to Toronto Airport, return airfare, Toronto to Honolulu, and it's with Air Canada in economy class. You'll spend 5 nights at the Waukee Beachcomber by Outrigger in Honolulu with breakfast every morning. The city tour of Honolulu and a tour of the Oahu North Shore, a Polynesian Culture Center with lunch, a visit to Pearl Harbor and the USS Arizona Memorial. There's an authentic Hawaiian luau, so there's a dinner included. It's hosted by our CAA VP of Member Engagement, Marianne Wilson. All local transfers, baggage handling with gratuities all included. And this is an appreciation cruise. So upon return, 100 CAA dollars will be added to your membership to use at however you wish, to renew your membership, to make any purchases, to buy more travel. When you're on board the Pride of America, there'll be 7-night stateroom accommodations. Of course, all your meals and entertainment are included. The Hawaii beverage package with gratuities and Wi-Fi is included. Ocean view and balcony staterooms also receive $50 per cabin per port shore excursion credit, and 2 dining experiences with gratuities. Your onboard gratuities, government tax fees, and port charges are all included as well. So the price listed here is in Canadian dollars for double pricing and single. And if you are wanting to share with a third or a fourth, we can work on that pricing for you as well. Now, this flyer is available to you, and I can send it out to you tonight. Tomorrow, it will be on our website. First thing in the morning, it will be added to our website, so you'll have information on it. I will let you know, though, that the deposit at the moment is the regular deposit is $670 to make a booking, and it is refundable up until November the 26th. So if you think that this is a trip you really would like to take, and I know that March and April is so far away, you do have the options to make a booking and place a deposit, and then knowing that if things change, or things change with you or with everything that's going on, you do have the option to cancel up until November 26th and receive your deposit back. However, right now, Norwegian Cruise Lines does have a promo on that you only have to pay half of the deposit. So it's only $335 per person to hold the booking, and then the balance isn't due until November the 26th. So this is put on by us, Journeys at CAA Niagara. Our website is listed right there. And like I said, this flyer will be on tomorrow morning. You can call us at that phone number. You can email us at journeys@CAA Niagara, and you can definitely book with our travel counselors. We have 5 offices in the area: Grimsby, St. Catharines, Niagara Falls, Welland, and our office here in Thorold. So any of our travel consultants can definitely help you. If you have any questions this evening, just email me at journeys@caaniagara.ca and I will answer them for you. And welcome to paradise. Now, if anyone has any questions, please, there is a Q&A section on your screen. If you would like to go ahead and ask us any questions. And Marianne, do you have anything you would like to add?
Well, I just wanted to add a few things. One, if you notice on the top left side of your screen, there's those little fish. And I think that on all the ships, they have the fish that tell you which direction you're going. So I was wondering if that was on purpose or if that was just a happy coincidence.
No, that's a Norwegian cruise line. That's their slide. Yeah, go ahead, Katie. Go ahead.
Yeah. That actually has a really interesting story to it. So the reason that one fish is swimming the other way is because Norwegian innovates, and we're always a little bit different than our competition. So we swim against the grain, so to speak.
Nice. Well, I will tell you, as I mentioned, this was the first cruise that Mike and I went on 10 years ago, and little new, of course, and inexperienced. And we did feel that we didn't spend enough time up front. We just arrived the day before, and then we got on the cruise. So looking forward to sharing this experience with you. But definitely the ship itself was fabulous. And we had a lot of fun, and obviously we were hooked because I've done multiple cruises since then, and we were very fortunate to be able to. I can't remember the island, but where we saw the lava flowing, and it had just started flowing again. So there's just so many unique and wonderful experiences. So hopefully we'll get to meet you in person, as I mentioned. Thank you, Lois.
Oh, you're welcome. That's the large island of Hawaii. The large island of Hawaii is where the lava flows. Yes, yes. And I would like to let you know that when we have operated this tour in the past, and we stay at the hotel, and you have this beautiful room that overlooks the water, and they enjoy this. They enjoy their view, so that when you get on the ship, you may want to look at that balcony cabin, because you're used to looking at water, you're used to looking at the beauty of Hawaii. So by getting the balcony cabin, that would allow you to continue that enjoyment. Oh, we have a question here. Let's see. Yes. So there's a lady here who's, we had 2 people book on this trip today, and any dietary concerns can be addressed for sure. Yes. Katie, I don't know if you want to answer about any food options. She has celiac disease, but I know that that's not usually an issue at all.
Not a problem at all. It is definitely something we can accommodate for, and we do quite regularly. We can actually accommodate for almost any food allergy that is out there, with the exception of kosher on some ships, because it requires multiple kitchens.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Does anyone else have any questions? I'm going to put my video on so that you can't see me. Anyone else have any questions? Let me just check one more time. No, you're welcome, Caroline. You're welcome. Great. Well, listen, everyone, thank you very much for attending this evening. We're happy that you're here. Please don't wait. We want to make sure that we get you booked on. Like I said, that deposit is refundable. So if you're thinking of going, we really do need you to contact us. And in the meantime, I will send out an email once I have the recording, and that way you can listen to it over again at your convenience. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for attending this evening. We hope to see you soon. And if you have any questions, like I said, you can call us, email us, or visit us in any of the offices. Thank you, everyone.